Hello everyone, Patricia here, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States and more specifically here in Alaska. And it is the end of July when I am doing this. Matter of fact, I think it's July 31st. It'll probably go up the first day or so in August, but nonetheless, here we are. This is the last in our series of Artistically Inked, and we are going to use both the stamps and the dies. On this one, we'll use several of these. I've already got the stamps on blocks, so we'll be looking at that here in just a moment. In the current catalog, May 2021 to April 2022, it is on page 97. It's funny, after I've done 6 of these, I've all of a sudden almost got this memorized. Anyway, here on page 97, and we're going to use the bundle. Remember that you save when you buy the bundle, 10% when you buy the stamp and the die set together. And these are the parts and pieces. Looks like I might have some extras here. Let's see, what do I have? Oh, okay, there we go. I did have some extras. Those are my scrap pieces. But we are going to, this is the regular half of an 8.5 by 11 sheet, cut in half at 5.5, and then scored at 4 1/4. So there's our half sheet. And then we've got some layers. And keep in mind, when you've got layers like this that are all sandwiched in between, you can use a punch and punch something out of the middle of that. So don't forget to do that. That's a great way to save cardstock and not not waste this. And it's not that that's wasted. It's just that this is a lot of real estate that is available to use. And so I encourage you, even if you don't know, say, that you will ever use this, let's just go ahead and do it. But you might end up, so you just kind of get in there, punch something out. It looks like we could probably even get 2 out of this, and nobody will ever know that there is a hole in the middle of this layer. But the layer on this Evening Evergreen, by the way, is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And then we have a Pear Pizzazz layer that is just 1/4 inch shorter, 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. That will go on like this. And then our top layer, Basic White, is 4 1/4 by 3. Again, just 1/4 inch shorter. And so we're going to layer those up. Let's go ahead and do, well, let's put these 3 layers together first. And you can use whatever adhesive works for you. I like the Tombow Mono Liquid Glue. I always have to read that. Because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. I don't have to get it absolutely perfect that very first time that I put it down. And then this time, I am going to put my glue on here because I don't want glue in these spots. And if I put glue all over the back of this one, that's what would happen. But I kind of want to stay a little bit in the middle. I don't want to put too much on there. There we go. And now I will put this layer on. Whoops, see there, it moved. That's a good thing. It spreads the glue a little bit more. There we go, but I want to hold it firmly here as I press down here. And then I look on the back and I can see that there is no glue in those open spaces. All right, so we've got that together. And then we are going to stamp and die cut some of our pieces. And these are the pieces that we are going to use. All of the, let me make sure that's, sorry, I don't mean to move that on you, but there we go. Okay, and we're going to start with Polished Pink. Again, open it as a cosmetic piece, if you will, compact. Okay, so I'm going to get some, whoops, just threw something on the floor. Oh, that was my sentiment strip. So I'm going to straight down, give it a good firm pressure, and lift up. Close my pad. Go on to the next one. The next one is Pear Pizzazz. And really, I need to clean my flower, but I'll worry about that in a minute. With Pear Pizzazz, I am going to stamp 2 sets of my leaves. So straight down. Whoa, I got those a little close. Let's do one of those again. There we go. Okay. And then I am going to, with the cluster of flowers and with the individual flower, I'm going to go ahead and stamp both of those in Pale Papaya. I'm not quite sure which one I will use, so I'm going to stamp them. There we go. And then die cut everything. We'll do our sentiment here in just a minute. Let me pick up my sentiment strip. I think that was an alternate or a duplicate. All right, and then I'm going to take my dies and die cut all of these out. Now, I'm not actually going to do it, but I'm going to show you. Let's see, how do I line this up? I believe right there. There we go. Just keep moving around. The other thing you could do is if you mark this, and I would mark it on this side, and then make a corresponding mark. For example, that right there is how that lines up. Or you can do what I just did and sort of rotate it around until you find whoops, I forgot this die cut. There we go. All right, so put those on there. Put this on here, line it up. They're fairly easy to line up. If you have trouble with them, for example, I'm going to carry it over to my die cut machine. And so I can take some purple tape or a post-it note or whatever and lay it down on each of these to keep them in position. Now, I'm not actually going to cut these because by the magic of TV, voila, there they are. It just saves a little bit of time for us. So here are all my parts and pieces, and what I want to do is, here are the 3 little clusters, the other center, and the 2 leaves. And what I'm going to do now is put this together as a cluster, and then we will put it on this die cut piece. So that is this one, and basically you cut it out the same as you'd cut out any other die cut piece. But let's see, let's decide, do we want this one in the center, or if I can pick it up, hello, this one in the center. I think we'll go with this one. Okay, so I can either put a dot of glue, or I can use my glue dots. So I'm going to scroll through here. I'll place it down on there, and I placed it sort of on an edge, and then I'll grab up another one, and that's just very easy to do. Just place it on there, give it a little bit of firm pressure. Now for my leaves, I want to put the glue dot on the front of them and just at the stem. So I'm going to press it down on there, give it a little bit of firm pressure, and it comes up. And if it doesn't, I can take your pick tool with the pokey end and just lift that up. There we go. And now I am going to put, let's see, let's put one. Whoa, I've got something hanging off there. There we go. one there, and let's see, maybe one there, and that looks good. Then I'm going to put this on top of this, and actually I sort of want to lay it out on here so I can see how I want it to lay out. But isn't that looking cute? All right, something like that. And I already have my sentiment stamped, although I'll show you this here in just a moment. And I'll do something like, let's do this. I like it sort of hanging off the edge in a few places. It gives it more, I don't know, definition or something, more interest. All right, that looks good right there. So I am going to put a bit of glue on the back of this one and attach it to my die cut. And I don't really want it to, let's see, where did I want that? Just about right there. Don't really want it to glue down quite yet. Now remember, whoa, I need to check it. There we go. Okay. So what I want to do, a little extra die cut piece there. Doesn't matter because it's going to be hidden, but now that I've seen it, I have to get it out of there. You know how that is. All right, and I'm going to use my silicone mat, same as I have done before. Put myself a bit of liquid glue on here. Pick some up with my sponge. Hold it down so it doesn't move. Get some glue on there, like that. And lift it up. There we go. Set that aside now. And this will go something like this. There we go. I didn't get that you know what? I want it to come a little further this way. There we go. All right, like that. There we go. Punch it all down. And now what I'm going to do is put not glue dots. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of my evening evergreen piece. Lift it up a little bit. There we go. And pull off my backings. There we go. Have you ever seen Brandy Cox lift those off? It's so cute because she does it two-handed. I do it with one hand, but you know, whatever works, right? All right, lift that up a little bit. Now I need to put my sentiment strip on there. Do I want to put that up with a dimensional or... Yep, I think I do. All right, so we'll put our glue away. Grab our dimensionals again. Put a couple of those on there. Be sure nothing is hanging over. Okay, we'll put 3 instead of a couple. You know, a couple is 2, right? All right, and take those off. There we are. Very good. And just about there. Very nice. Looks great. Doesn't that look great? I love that card. Now, let's go ahead and decorate the inside. And since we have these flowers left, maybe we will use those. Let's do our Pear Pizzazz. And we are going to... I'm going to take my sentiment strip off. I realize I haven't shown you that yet, but we'll do that in a minute. This die, this stamp out of the set, I just love this. It gives it that, I don't even know what it's called, look to it, but there and there. Isn't that just, I love that. Love, love, love that. Okay. So our inside is decorated. We have not done our envelope, but we could. And I think I will do the exact same on my envelope. So I won't show you that because I think what I'm going to do is give you a little bonus card here. I saw something. I'm not sure if it was the same thing or what, but, or the same die set, or Stampin' die set, but, bundle. But it was making 2 cards out of 1. So let me show you, and we'll do this really quick. Like I said, it's just a bonus card. I won't even make a separate video of it. But we're going to start with that same die cut that we had, and we're going to put it on here however you want to lay it out, and we are going to use some brushes. These are so cool. Now I have I believe it's 9 of these, 1 for each series of colors, like blues and yellows and pinks and reds, etc. And what we're going to do, whoops, I don't want to use red on the green. So I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to touch it off a little bit because I do not want it to be that strong. And I'm going to go here where my leaves are on top of, and I'm holding it down on top of my die cut. And I hope you can see this. Let me move it so you can. And I'm holding this flower down. I do not want it to move. Okay, giving it some color everywhere that I want green. There we go. Whew, moved a tiny bit there. All right, now we want to go, don't move. Have a little bit of glue on my fingers. I'm going to go with the pale papaya. Let's go ahead and close up the Pear Pizzazz. And tap that off. And I'm going to do this flower. And it's kind of a pale color, so I want to give it some good coverage. Okay, and then I want to open my, there we go, polished pink. Again, woohoo, don't want to move that. I'm going to tap it off and do my pink. There we go. All right, are you ready? So now that we have all of these done, and how long did that take? A few seconds. Don't you love that? Whoops, close, there we go. And then I'm going to take this one off of here, and I have this card, and now this one goes on here, and I have this card. How cool is that? And then you take your sentiment strip. Let's go ahead and punch this one out, since I had this from a few days ago. I don't know if you, oh shoot, it's not the right size for this one. Well, I'll cut it with some punch or die. But there we go. How cool is that? 2 cards in just a few seconds, and they're 1 layer, and I could actually stamp on this one. Let's do thanks. Let's go ahead and do it since we've got it. And it'll be a let's see, what color should we use? Let's go with, what color? Let's go with the polished pink. And I think, yeah, polished pink will do it. And we'll stamp it right there. There we go. That is a 1-layer stamp, or 1-layer card. Isn't that just adorable? I absolutely love it. Now on this one, I could move that over again and just do, I think I'm going to make this a thinking of you, so I won't put the, I can make another one real quick. Doesn't take long, did it? And put thanks on there as well. Love it. 2 thank you cards made in the blink of an eye. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you have not already done so, subscribe, the button below. And then next to that is the bell, which will allow you to get updates anytime I post new videos. So there we go. Can you see that? All right, all 3 cards. Maybe you can see all 3. There we go. Move it just a smidge. That bell will give you notifications when I put out a new video. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support, and all the best to you wherever you are. Enjoy making cards, and I would love it if you would share the cards you make, especially if they are following, the lessons that I have given you. Thank you so much. Have a great day.